An ordinance that would allow sports betting at 5 Chicago sports venues has been stopped in its tracks. Members of the city council were split on the measure, with some alderpeople saying communities of color would not profit from the venture. WTTW News reporter Heather Sharon joins us now with more. Heather, so at today's meeting, Alderman, they shared a lot of differing opinions about the city's plan to allow sports betting at major stadiums. Tell us what it was that was up for a vote today.
Well, Alderman had been expected to approve the proposal backed by Mayor Lori Lightfoot to allow Chicago's pro sports teams to offer sports betting at their home stadiums and arena. Now, in return, the ordinance called for a 2% tax on gross revenues, but that wasn't going to create a whole lot of revenue for the city, and it floundered amid concerns that it would, however, be enough to put the kibosh on a planned Chicago casino, which is finally maybe ready to get off the ground.
Now, at that meeting, Alderwoman Pat Dowell was dissatisfied by the measure, and she said it would bring little revenue to the city's communities and add an unnecessary tax increase. Here's what she said.
$400,000 to $500,000 a year to the city of Chicago is, really paltry. Even when you add in the licensing fee that these guys are going to have to pay, it seems like peanuts for an industry that is growing.
Heather, how would this plan have impacted the city?
Well, the concern is that because the city will get a higher tax on bets placed at Chicago's future casino, that it would essentially be shooting itself in the foot by allowing bets to be placed at sports stadiums. And the aldermen were concerned that there's no provision for Black-owned, Latino-owned, or female-owned businesses to get a piece of this pie, which could generate as much as $20 to $25 million at each of Chicago's stadiums.
Heather, about 4 of the mayor's closest colleagues, though, they said that sports betting would also take away revenue from the city's future casino resort. Alderman Walter Burnett, on the other hand, he disagreed, saying that sports betting would revitalize the city's disinvested areas. Take a look at what he said.
A bird in a hand is better than 2 birds in a bush. We would start getting money immediately with the sports facilities rather than waiting on a casino to be built.
So, Heather, what are supporters of this plan saying?
That there is no guarantee that a Chicago casino will ever get off the ground, so better take what you can now and move on. Chicago casino has been in the works for 30 years, so Walter Burnett knows what he's talking about, potentially.
Potentially, and we've got about 10 seconds. What is next for this ordinance?
Well, they're going to try to advance it before the full city council meets on December 15th, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. More to come, as always, with Heather Sharon. Thanks so much for joining us, Heather.
Thanks, Brandis.
And you can read Heather's full story on our website. That's at WTTW.com/news.